bored. I'm gonna make some tea, maybe play some chill video games because that's just kind of what I'm feeling right now. Let's join me. What teacup should I use? I have way too many teacups. Christmas has passed, but I am feeling small, so I'm gonna choose Moomin. Small Moomin, very cute. Let's boil some water. I boiled it earlier, but let's reboil it. Also, please don't mind the mess. It's a thing. Tea! Freaking tea, man. Woo! Let's do this one-handed, shall we? Perfection. Fancy tea goes fancy. It's not actually that fancy, but ooh. I choose chaos. Welcome to mess. Yeah, as I said, I was thinking of playing something cozy, something nice. No idea what though. So how about I'm gonna see if I can search for something. And then we play. I have too many things in my library, that's for sure. This one is quite cute, but I play a lot of that. Maybe I can find something that's more like this. Ooh, I've heard so many good things about Townscaper. Have you guys played it? I'm gonna go get it. Here we go. This is what I like to call cozy. This is Townscaper, if you haven't heard, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You do nothing but build. I have never played it before, I must admit. And I have no idea how to turn or anything. How do I... There we go. And it's just so absolutely adorable. I hope you all have been good, to be honest. It's been forever since we last chatted or I did anything, to be honest, but... Oi! I wanted there to be a house here. Okay, never mind, this is adorable. Those of you who have ever watched me play any sort of like Sims games or anything, you'll probably know that I am not that great, like, creative mind. To be honest, I kind of just create and then we'll see how things go. And especially trying to create while talking, a nightmare. Well, anyone manages to stay on topic, I don't know. I have absolutely no point to this video whatsoever. I wish I had the brain capacity to talk and build, but I don't think I do. So what I think I am going to do instead is I'm going to build some, enjoy some, and then I'm going to take some breaks and talk and update you guys on what I'm doing. That sounds like something my brain can do. I mean, I haven't been streaming or making content in forever now. It's probably nearing 2 years, I think. And on one part I feel very out of it, on the other part I'm very happy I haven't. Because it's... I would like to say that it's maybe then made me work on myself and become more enlightened. But honestly, I've had to work on myself and not necessarily become more enlightened, but I have become a different version of me because I had to, in many different ways. And let's stop with the cryptic and decrypt what that means. I don't really know. Like, a lot of things have happened. I've changed who I am a little bit, and I definitely changed perspectives on myself, what fits me, what fits my everyday. I've changed jobs, I've changed apartments, and a little bit of gaming habit as well, I would say, in a way. So if I ever were to come back to content creation, it would definitely be a bit different than how it was, because it didn't make me happy. It occasionally did, but that was more of a byproduct and accident more than an intentional creation, I would say. So that's not right. I want to be happy. I want to do things that make me happy. So therefore, I haven't been creating any content for this long because the thought of that didn't make me happy. It made me feel stressed and anxious and a bit worried again about numbers and having been out of it for so long and all these different things. And what do I really want? Do I want to become an influencer? What does that mean? But what about all the toxicity around and, you know, influencer marketing and influencer community and the gaming community and the whole marketing yourself and you yourself becoming a product? You know, we're in a very capitalist world and it's not really very soul helpful, I would like to say. So here I am. I am making some sort of content now. I have no idea how it's going to be, or don't really have much of a plan. But I'm going with my gut feeling, I'm trying something out, and I'm definitely listening to that voice that I heard somewhere on TikTok after my endless scrolling, that there will always be an audience for whatever content you make. It's just about getting the content to that audience, which is kind of the tricky part, but knowing that whatever I make, however obscure or however boring, I guess you'll say, there will always be some sort of audience. Whether that is maybe 4 people or 40, 400, totally depends. So instead I'll be doing this and see where it goes, and yeah. Follow my gut. It's the most difficult thing and the easiest thing to say. Most difficult thing to do. Easiest thing to say. I want to make some sort of circle and I made a PP. How do I do this? I think I can put on a grid and try this. Okay, the grid is not that large. The grid is kind of in the center of it. But maybe if I can... If the grid doesn't perfectly match this, it doesn't match it at all. How on the... Oh, it's the X's? Or it's the... Okay, so if I can make this. It's a perfect circle. Or as some would say, a flat tire. Don't judge me, okay? I'm trying. It's a trying time. What was that? Oh, that's so cute! Oh, I love that. Okay, I have to keep that now. Oopsie. What? Oh, see, now I have to keep that too. I was gonna make like a big circle thing, but see, now I can't. See, this is what I love about this game. I've seen this so much on TikTok, both from streamers and from other content creators. Wait, streamers and content creators. Well, same. Both from the creator itself, there are a lot on TikTok, and content creators. Ooh, I have to make that. It's the absolute randomness and yes. And I don't know, originality and impromptu-ness and just generally things coming together very strangely. I think that's what I like about this the most. But then I lose this. Oh! But then I get this! Okay, see? So much coolness. Ooh, this is a tricky one though. Oh, I'll allow it. Accidents happen. And ooh, this is a cool one. What if I don't do it and it becomes like a star inside of it? And now we have a little plaza. Now, what do I want to make? I would like to make a white tower. Gate. A white tower gate. Big tower. It's interesting that they're opposite. I didn't get them symmetrical. See, now I have come into that whole trap of I don't really know exactly what to talk about. I'm enjoying this game immensely and I'm trying new things and my perfectionist is coming out a little bit, but also having to adjust and having to adapt and accept mistakes is a very interesting metaphor for life, let's just say. But and let's not talk about the fact that I want to build a wall around this very cute town. At least there is some, you know, air around it. And you know, please let's not psychoanalyze too much. I have also now gotten in the whole trap of I have now built quite far, and now I'm talking back over what I'm assuming I'm now building. I'm not doing a video very well. I have to now plan and stuff and figure all of that out, but I'm gonna talk and then we'll see where it goes. And it is so super fascinating with the bloops and the bleep and the plop and whatnot, and I can definitely see how this can be an absolutely amazing streamer game. For sure, because you zone out so quickly. I zoned out so quickly. I did not realize that I'd filmed for this long before I looked and then saw like, damn, I have been filming for quite a while and completely just zoned out. Once you kind of get an idea of what you want in the town, it is so interesting to try and follow that, meet some hindrances because you know the grid isn't perfect. As you might notice, like on the grid here, they're not perfect. They have like little patterns in them and imperfections, which is so intriguing for, you know, someone like me who would very much like it completely straight and very nice and good circles and whatnot. But it creates for so many more dynamic buildings, as you can see, in structures, and a little bit of challenges as well, as you might come to see at some point during the video when I'm trying to make a circle, and at one point I have to just give in and let the building do what it wants to do, and I cannot control it. It's like the wind, you know, or the water current. You know, you can't stop a waterfall unless you, of course, build stuff, but you can't stop it with your bare hands. It's kind of crazy. Wow, we're being very, very metaphoric today. I don't really know what's gonna come over me, but I guess I'm just in that kind of mood. You know that thought? Or do you have that thought? I don't know what other people think, but you know that thought when you want to create your own little niche? You want that coziness? I don't know, maybe it's just the way I was raised or just how my brain decided to come together, but I love coziness and nature and intimacy and warmth is some of the most important things in my life, I feel, and I tried to translate that into streaming. A lot of people who may have been following me for a while know that coziness is definitely what at least many people, and I try to associate with me and my brand. But it's a little bit diabolical, or not necessarily diabolical, but not necessarily fitting, I have felt, in the industry world. What? in this industry, not industry world. That is a not the word, my friend. This whole content creation industry, because it's all about like taking the most space. And I just saw a article actually that was posted on Facebook. Yes, please don't haunt me. I ended up going on Facebook like once. I go on Facebook maybe 2 times, half a year or something. It's very rare. Anyways, I did go and come across an article that said the people who talk the most become leaders. And I can absolutely understand that. There probably is some more science around it. And of course there are deviancies to the study. But the general rule, I can absolutely see that the people who talk the most, who take up the most space, who are the most in your face, excel. And we've often seen that with the different, influencers that you follow and the people that you like, or not necessarily you, but people that other people like, and YouTubers and influencers that have gotten quite far are shouty, very in your face, they're everywhere, which is also the whole point of how you can grow. You have to be everywhere, you have to, be on the top of minds of other people, or make yourself on the top of mind of other people so they know you, remember you, and think of you whenever, if you have a sponsor thing or like a code or something, they have to remember like, oh yes, she did a sponsor with so-and-so, the code was this and this, yeah, yes, nice. Or even like, oh, I feel bored, what am I gonna do? Oh yes, this really cool channel, or just posted this video, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. So thinking about those two things, where you have the influencer world and the loudest takes or excel the most, and my personal desire to not necessarily take up that much space and be a little bit more calmer. I have tried to the best of my ability to not be shouty. It doesn't fall natural to me. Sometimes I slip, and the people closest to me definitely notice it when I do, and they kind of let me know that, hey, that's not really you. You're putting on a persona here, like what's going on? So bringing me back to myself, which is not as shouty and a bit more, but still definitely a bit, God, try not to say quirky, because that sounds very strange, but yeah, still a bit of life, I would say. But I know that it's possible because I have role models, people that I follow who definitely embrace that bit more calmness in them, in their content. And I adore them for it. I look up to them for it. And then you have a third thought. That is, well, why do you want to excel in this whole influencer thing if you don't really feel that you fit in? And then, of course, I have to counter myself with, well, I can create content just because I like it. I don't have to make every hobby into a entrepreneurial world's grand business moneymaker thing. I can't just do things just because I enjoy them. And I think that is what has emerged, I guess, in my mind after this very, very long hiatus. And it keeps on doing that every time I take a longer break, is that I do this because I enjoy being creative, because I actually enjoy it. I do it because that gives me joy, and because it's unexpected. I never know what to come or what's to come, or I never know what I'm going to do or how things are going to form and what it could bring. And then it leads me to, I want to do it because I'm good at it, and I want to excel, and I want people to know me, and I want this content to reach more people, and I want, more recognition for my hard work, and I want to, I deserve so and so and so, and then I get this whole feeling of justice, like I work so hard, and that's when all those dark things come instead. I've forgotten the whole about this gives me joy. But then all of a sudden it doesn't give me joy, because I start thinking about all the things I deserve like feelings of what I deserve and feeling of injustice are not what I would describe happy feelings. You would probably agree. So holding on to those feelings is not really going to help the creativity and the core of why I'm doing it. So that's why sometimes when I go too much into that, that's when I take breaks, or low-key forced to take breaks, or somehow find myself I take breaks because I'm too much in that whole rut of doing it for the wrong reasons, or forgetting why I'm doing it, or comparing myself too much to others, yada yada. Everyone knows this. So yeah, I guess a long way of saying hello, welcome back. I'm creating content for whatever, feeling a bit cozy, and yeah. I remember now why I like to do it. I remember that I love being creative. I remember that it gives me joy to live in the unknown and the unexpected. And that I love to talk. Let's not forget the most important thing is that I have a mouth that does not shut up. And that is perfect. I am perfect the way I am. And yeah, that was really it, to be honest. I hope you guys have a great day. That was too much. I had too much tea left. Cheers.